out of your ropes.
A few days ago, I was sitting at my laptop watching my favorite video when I came across a very interesting type of content, vampire TikTok. And then I watched it.
Oh, you're trying to get out of your ropes. It's not going to happen. You will be my prey.
And this particular video is supposed to be some kind of vampire ASMR, which apparently, by the way, is really big on the vampire side of TikTok. Like half of the videos I saw were ASMR. There were so many. Why? Why were there so many? And honestly, that's a very interesting combination. Vampires and ASMR. Those aren't two things that I would picture go together. It wouldn't be my first thought. And a common theme amongst these videos is that it's a role play kind of thing. It's a sort of role play, which I don't quite understand how that works. I thought ASMR videos were supposed to help you sleep or relax at the very least, and I'm not sure how conducive vampire role play is to sleeping or relaxing. And this is when this community really started to interest me. Weirdly enough, I don't know why it started to interest me, but it did. But it seems like a lot of people very much enjoy it.
But why?
I genuinely became curious about this, so I dug a little bit deeper.
I was going to go out and hunt a deer for dinner, but I'd rather have you, my dear, instead.
Okay. Again, I'm not sure how this is helpful for sleeping. Like I said, some people are really into it, and I don't know why. Being attacked by a vampire is not at the top of my sleep aid list. Is it at the top of yours? Let me know. If it is, it's good for you. Also, why are her vampire teeth metal? That seems like it would hinder the blood-sucking process. It also seems a little bit strange that she's whispering.
I was going to go out.
It's like she brought us down to her vampire parents' basement and she's trying not to wake them up, so she's whispering, so we're tied up, and it just gets really awkward. I will say this though, she is really into the vampire roleplay. But anyways, this was the video that began my TikTok vampire journey, if you can call it that. And I didn't realize it at the time, but this was only the tip of the iceberg. There are seriously some videos I saw that I questioned if I even wanted to include them, and there were a lot I didn't include. But before I could even say vampire TikTok, another video popped up, and I watched it.
You're stuck here, my darling, with nowhere to go.
Okay, so forgive me for my ignorance, but my first thought is, what is even going on here? Why is she so close to the camera? She's so close. This performance, I don't know if I can call it that, but I'm calling it that. This performance is definitely very theatrical. And that is also a very common theme amongst these TikToks, which I guess in all roleplay, that's a prominent theme. And the dramatic vampire voice she's doing, it doesn't really do anything for me. I'm not a huge fan of that either. I feel a little bit uncomfortable, which maybe if that's what she was going for, then great job. It succeeds. So that's enough of that video. I have seen more than I would like to. Somebody else can make a full video about that, but I'm not that guy.
You're not that guy.
What was even the point of that? Why did she need to be doing all of that? Imagine sitting off to the side and seeing somebody just do all of that to their phone. My camera died, okay? But anyways, it's weird to me, this is so weird. What I can say though is at this point, the vampire community of TikTok has me hooked. But I can also say with 100% confidence that I have no clue what's going on here. So far, I thought it might be a little bit strange, and I wasn't the biggest fan of what I was seeing, so naturally, very naturally, I watched more.
You're awake, vampire hunter. I'm sorry about you still being tied up. I couldn't risk you running away.
We're tied up. And there's this very loud bubbling going on in the background. And based on my experience with vampire TikToks, I don't think it's a nice hot tub.
You're awake.
It sounds like it was pulled straight out of Wizard 101 or even Club Penguin. Wasn't there a witch in Club Penguin? I don't know. I don't remember. Was there? I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm officially over vampire ASMR. I really don't understand the point of it. Isn't ASMR supposed to be relaxing? This feels more like a form of psychological warfare. I can't imagine trying to sleep and then listening to this. I would definitely have some very weird dreams, and that's not a path I want to go down. These 3 videos right here were my introduction to vampire TikTok, but I was hungry. It's a vampire joke. I was hungry for more. I then decided to go further down the rabbit hole. I wanted to understand this community so bad, and maybe I was just missing the appeal. So that's when I started watching some more vampire TikToks.
A real vampire.
So this is already off to a fantastic start. In my head, the guy they're describing sounds like the guy from the Wii Carnival game. Do you remember that? It was a fun game. I played it a lot. It was fun. Their music choice is also very spot on. We're in this random outlet in the middle of suburbia and we're hearing this Bigfoot Hunter's music. It's great.
A real vampire.
It makes me feel like I'm about to be attacked by a vampire, which, yeah. What? This guy literally just looks like you cut him out of an old picture. Or one of those studios you can go to now where your picture's supposed to look old, but also he probably isn't even real. Look at him. The blurriness on him doesn't even match the rest of the picture. Oh, somehow we only managed to get one frame of him. What a coincidence. That's how I picture it sounding. This guy said this like he wasn't holding the phone like a toddler trying to record something. It's like angled down the whole time. This is the type of footage people get when they're recording UFOs. But this is enough to keep me hooked on vampire TikTok, even though I'm not sure if that counts as vampire TikTok. Especially if you take into account some of what we're about to see. I've tried a million times. Would you let a vampire be your dentist? That's the ultimate question that's posed here. And of course we know she's a vampire because look at her eyes. Those are vampire eyes. And I guess her necklace too. I think that's a vampire necklace. This is a video I found on the vampire side of TikTok, but honestly, other than it saying vampire, I don't know what it has to do with vampires. Like, there's nothing about her that specifically says vampire except their eyes. This could be anyone. This could be my neighbor. This could be a werewolf. This could be me. But if you're starved, that's another vampire joke. If you're starved for more vampire dentist roleplay, she has a YouTube channel and you can watch all the vampire dentist roleplay your heart desires. And so far, vampire TikTok isn't bad, but I'm still not sure I see the appeal.
You have a little bit of blood right there. Let me get it.
This is why I'm never showing any more vampire ASMR on my channel. It is banned. We gave it one more chance and this happened. I will not allow this hooligan behavior here. But also, being totally serious, what is the appeal of this? Can anyone tell me? What am I missing? Maybe I need to be a vampire to understand why this is so popular. And the more I see, the more I don't understand it. I do want to understand it though, like I really do. I just don't see how someone can scroll through their TikTok, see this and go,
this is exactly the type of content I'm looking for.
So comment below your guesses because I don't have any. I don't know what's going on here. What's with vampires and getting really close to the camera? She looks like she's about to growl at me. I don't know if I should be scared or laugh, but I'm getting so many mixed emotions. I say this with total respect. What was the point of uploading this to the internet? What value does this add to somebody's life? I've now just seen 2 fake vampires eat a hamburger and a quesadilla. I guess I can cross that off my bucket list now. So far though, vampire TikTok just seems like ASMR and poorly acted videos. I'm really trying to understand, I just don't get it. So I explored more. And honestly, I was probably slowly becoming a vampire from watching all of this.
Ooh, yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Again, I'm not entirely sure what this is about, but don't blame me. This showed up when I searched vampire TikTok, so therefore, it's being lumped in with all of it. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But also, is there some big joke with vampires and masquerade parties that I'm not getting? Is this from a movie? Isn't there a movie with Tom Cruise and he's a vampire or something? I don't know. Is there? I don't know. I don't know, man. How are you feeling about vampire TikTok so far? This was another vampire TikTok, and maybe it doesn't go with the mainstream idea of vampire TikTok, if there is a mainstream idea, but it was there, so I included it. And I think I've said vampire TikTok more times than anybody in human history, but this video is an exploration into that side of TikTok. It's an attempt to understand it, and this video is included with it. But I don't get it. She kind of looks like she's from the Trolls movie with that makeup / face paint. But here's a positive outlook on it. That's some really good makeup. She did a really great job. And maybe that's the point of it. Maybe she just wanted to showcase her makeup skills, which in that case, Great job.
Worried my girlfriend's increasing interest in vampire roleplay is going too far.
I included this video for simply 2 reasons. 1, the video says vampire, and 2, it has Minecraft playing in the background. And you know how I love a good Minecraft video that has nothing to do with anything playing in the background. These type of videos are music to my eyes. The contrast between this guy telling a story about his girlfriend taking being a vampire too seriously and this Minecraft video, the contrast there is astonishing. This is the type of art that I live for.
We used to be pretty active before this and have roleplayed in the past, and have done a vampire one before. However, now since moving in, it's been popping back up very frequently, and while it was a bit of a laugh the first few times, she is now focusing a lot more on authenticity.
So let me spare you some of the details here, because honestly, this story was kind of boring. This guy's girlfriend really likes to roleplay as a vampire, she's taking it too seriously, and now he's a little worried. I just summed it up for you. Which honestly is a fair point. I'd be worried too if that was happening. She's probably been watching too much vampire TikTok, because, you know, that it just makes sense to me that that might be how that happens.
I'm new here. What's your name? Well, you are very, very beautiful.
The amount of times I've lied to you in this video about not watching vampire ASMR should be studied. But do you see the theme/topic for this one? It's amazing. Girl in the back of the class has a crush on you. She's a vampire though. In no universe do I pass that up. There's nothing I love more when I'm trying to relax or sleep than watching a video that's about a girl in the back of the class who has a crush on me, and she's also a vampire. But this is what I mean. This is also such a very randomly specific topic for a video, and it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. How does someone unironically watch this and actively engage with it? And again, that's a serious question. I don't mean any disrespect by that. I'm genuinely curious.
Actually, now that I think about it, you're probably one of the most beautiful humans I have ever seen.
Imagine this random girl comes up to you and she just says you're one of the most beautiful humans she's ever seen. That's a pretty good compliment, actually, I guess. I guess depending on who it's coming from. If it's coming from a very strange person, then it might be a little strange. But the scene for this video is just so random.
You have a little secret, and I'm letting you in on it because I feel like you're trustworthy. But you have to promise me to not tell anyone.
I bet the secret is that she's a vampire.
Your hair, even though it looks beautiful, it's looking a little all over the place. Do you want me to just brush it out?
Okay, never mind. That's not what I was expecting. I thought she was gonna say she's a vampire, but the secret is that we have busted hair.
So, I come from a long line of vampires.
There it is. She comes from a long line of vampires. Imagine someone just walking up to you, saying they have a secret. The secret is you have busted hair, and then they just tell you they're a vampire. That's a roller coaster I'm not sure if I'm prepared for. And honestly, I'm not sure if any of these videos have sold me on the idea of vampire TikTok. All of these videos, while amusing, didn't strike me as something I would unironically watch. And maybe the point is to just be amusing, which, good for them. But I will say though, I respect the commitment to the bit. All of these people understood the assignment. I don't know how well they did, but they understood it, which actually, now that I say that, I don't think that's the... I probably used that wrong. It definitely is an interesting community though, and there's probably a lot that I'm missing, and so there's probably more videos. So if you have a vampire TikTok plug, send me those videos, and maybe I'll make a part 2 on it, because I kind of want to see some wild vampire stuff. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.